Hi everyone, welcome back to Gloomhaven. This is part 2 of the playthrough. If you haven't seen part 1, it's got the scenario setup, kind of the story setup for Gloomhaven, a bit about our characters and their quests and things. It's got mainly the spoiler part, so if you didn't want spoilers, you're in the right place. If you don't mind some spoilers and you'd like a bit more information on what we're doing here, then you can click on that first video. But let's go on with the game. So we are here in this dungeon. This is the scenario we have been presented with. The objective, I think you need to know. Well, you don't know what scenario I'm doing, do you? The objective of this scenario is to kill all of the enemies. That's all we need to do. And so far we know that there are these 3 in here. These are bandit guards. There are 2 normals, that's what the white bases mean, and the yellow base means this is an elite. We have these monster stat cards that tell us about the monsters. So the normal ones have 6 health, they move 3 and do 2 damage when they attack. They have no range though. And the elite ones have 9 health, only 2 movement, but 3 damage, and they have a shield, so the first point of damage from any attack is going to be prevented to them. At the start of the scenario, everyone is dealt 2 battle goals, and they need to pick one. This is how you get perks on your character. You get these check marks, and once you've done a certain number of check marks, you get a perk, which is different for every character as well. So the goal that I have chosen is layabout. I want to gain 7 or fewer experience points during the scenario, which is a pain because experience is what you want. We want to level up and get stronger, but as compensation, I would get 2 check marks for that, which is 2/3 of the way to a perk, and I really like the perks. Marty wants to be the opener. He wants to be the first to kill a monster during the scenario. So now it's time to get started. So I am the Mind Thief, shouldn't be a spoiler, it's one of the starting 6 classes. I have not played as these classes, so if you didn't see the first video, I mentioned that I have played about 13 scenarios of Gloomhaven, and we are still in our first characters. And that's not necessarily because that's how many you need to play, it's just our particular playthrough, we have played through a lot of scenarios, but only as one set of characters. So the Mind Thief is completely new to me. Marty is playing the Brute, completely new to me. So if I play them completely incorrectly, then, well, at least it'll be funny watching me fail. So every character has a hand of cards. Your hand limit is defined on your character sheet, and you have that number of level 1 cards. You also have 3 X cards, which are more complicated and situational. I've just decided to go with what the rulebook suggests for your first game, just take the level 1 cards. So on a turn in Gloomhaven, you have 2 choices. You can either play 2 cards or do a long rest. Since we've just started, we don't need to do a long rest. So we need to pick 2 cards. I am going to pick these 2 here. And you will play the top part of one and the bottom part of the other. We don't have to pick that yet. The only thing we need to pick is our leading card, which is going to determine our initiative number and the turn order. So I think 48, okay, that's kind of in the middle. I kind of want to see what these guys do. I don't want to just go running in first, but I may have to. So I'm going to say 48. Well, we decide in secret and then we reveal at the same time. So mine's going to be 48. And Marty wants to try and go a bit quickly, I think. He's going to say 32 is his initiative, and I would announce 48. And then we would reveal a card for each enemy type out there. It's just the guard at the moment. So the guards is 55, and we know what the guards are going to do. The elite will go first, and then the others will go in number order. See, there's a number on the standees. So first up is Marty's Brute. So now he has these 2 cards, and he has to decide what he's going to do on them and what order he's going to play them in. Now, the first thing he's going to do is ignore the card. With any card, you can do one of the actions, or you can ignore the action and either attack 2 with the top part or move 2 with the bottom part. With this card, he's just going to move 2. So he is going to go right up to these enemies here and start some business. So this card is done with now. It goes in his discard pile. And he'll be able to get those back later, hopefully by resting. Then he's going to do the top part of this, the Leaping Cleave. He is going to attack for 3 damage. Well, hopefully attack for 3 damage. He can attack both of the guys. See, the grey hex in this card means that it's a melee attack, and it signifies him. So he is the grey hex, which means he can attack these 2 hexes. And that works out quite nicely for where he is now. So he'll make the attack. you reveal cards from your attack modifier deck one by one. So let's see. His base attack damage is 3, and let's draw from his modifier deck. So on the elite, let's say, he does 0 extra, so he does 3 damage to the elite guard. The elite guard has shield 1 though, so it's reduced by 1. We've done 2 damage to that elite. And you can see on its standee, it's number 6. The envelopes that the stat cards go in have got a lovely way of tracking the damage to each enemy. So that bandit guard has only got 7 health left now. Then we'll reveal for the normal one, plus 0 again, so that's 3 damage to the normal one, but he has no shields and only 6 health, so he only has 3 health left. So that's it, that's Marty's turn. Then we move to the next in initiative order, that's me, the Mind Thief. So I am doing a similar thing. I'm going to just use this card to move 2, and I'm going to move up on this side, and then I am going to use the Mind's Weakness, and this is an augment card. So while this card is out, when I melee attack, I add 2 attack to it. And this card, this action itself will do an attack 1 for an experience. Oh, that reminds me, the Brute earned an experience for what he did there. So he has got 1 XP on his character board there. So this now stays out. And when I melee attack, I can add 2 to it. So for the moment though, we're just doing an attack 1. Let's do it on the weak one, because if it's a plus 0 on the elite, it's not even going to do anything with his shield. Plus 2, so maybe it should have been on the elite. So now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage to that bandit guard. Wow, 1 more and it would have killed it. So that's 5 damage to number 1. So quite a nice turn there, I think. Now let's move on to the guards. So starting with the elite, it will move -1, which would be 1 in this case because its base movement is 2 on the elite. It's not going to move though because it would move to try and get into range of people. It's in melee range of both of us. So then it will attack. Its base attack damage is 3. Who does it focus though? Well, that is quite nicely on our boards here. We activate the elite first and then the normal, and it focuses on the closest first. Well, both of our characters are right next to the monster. Then it will focus on the lowest initiative, which is why Marty wanted to go as quickly as possible. He couldn't have known he was going first because he didn't know which card that I was going to play. But he's ended up going first, so the elite is going to focus him. So the elite is going to attack for 3, and the monster have their own collective modifier deck. So 3 plus 1, that's 4 damage, which isn't great to start with. Luckily, the Brute does have 10. Now, whenever you take damage, you can choose to lose a card. Now, this is different from discarding. You don't get lost cards back usually. You can lose a card from your hand, or you can lose 2 cards from your discard pile to negate all of the damage you're about to take. Since he has the healing potion, I think he'll just choose to take it for now. So he has now got 6 health. Then we'll move on to the next guard. So that would be number 1, because we do them in numerical order. That's going to attack the Mind Thief for 2 damage. Oh, 3 damage, and that is bad for the Mind Thief because I have 6 health. The last one will attack the Brute again for 2 minus 1. That's better. So the Brute is on 5 health. We have been smacked around a bit in this first room, but now we should finish them off, I hope. So maybe I want to get this out. It's an augment, so it would get rid of my +2 attack augment and make my attacks weaker, but every time I attack I would heal myself. So that's potentially a good thing to do. I could even do that and then go invisible so I wouldn't be attacked at all. Yeah, I think that's an idea. I'm going to try and go quickly, try and take out that weak guard and go invisible. And Marty is, well, his cards are very quick as well. He is going to try and disarm that elite and heal himself up a little bit. Okay then, so what was the initiative? Marty's is 10, mine is 14. The guards this round, oh, they strengthened as well, I should do that, are 15. So we're very lucky to go first here. Okay then, so the guards should be strengthened. So when they attack, they have advantage, which means they draw 2 cards from their attack modifier deck and choose the best. But unfortunately, they're going last, so their shields and retaliates are not going to do much. Okay, so first we have the Brute. He is going to heal himself for 2. That's back up to 7. And then he'll use his healing potion, because why not? And he's back up to 10 now. He infuses the air with the nature element. That is now strong in the air. And I don't know if we've got a card that consumes that. There are cards that will consume these elements and do more powerful things. But that is in the air for the moment for anyone to use. And then he is going to attack the elite for 2 damage. And then we draw from his deck 3 damage, reduced by 1 because of the shield. So 2 more on the elite. And the elite is disarmed, which actually is a bit of a shame, because the elite is not attacking this round, but I was worried about him doing that. Okay, so that is the Brute. Then it's the Mind Thief. So he's going to play Parasitic Influence and put this out. So he's going to attack the weak one for 1 damage. Plus 0. That's just 1, but he's on 5 damage out of the 6th, so he is done for. When an enemy is defeated, you put a money token on the ground. Anyone that goes onto that space and ends their movement there, or uses a loot action, can grab that money, and it's worth some. It's worth a certain value in coins at the end of the scenario. I also heal myself for 2, and I get an XP. I am then going to go invisible. So enemies now treat me like an obstacle, just like a piece of scenery. So we move to their turns though. They get an additional shield this round and retaliate when they get hit. They were hoping to go quickly with that, so we would get hit back, but it effectively means they're doing nothing. So at the end of the round, the nature element goes to waning from strong. At the end of the next round, it's going to go back to nothing if it's not consumed. But I'm pretty sure we haven't got cards that use that up. I think I'm going to try and go very quickly, try and do some damage to the elite, and maybe even open the door. No, rather than move, I think I'm going to do a ranged attack on the other one. Let's see if I can take the both of them out. Marty, what's he got left? He's got some big damage attacks, but they're gone. See, the attack with a pierce would be good against the elite with armor. And then maybe we want to move for him. We'll give him a move in case he wants to do something, but he's going to go quite slow this turn. Okay, we announce I am number 8. Marty is 61. You could choose, of course, to have the bigger number if you want to try and go later. But we want to go quickly this time. The guards that are left are going at initiative 30, so it's going to be me, guards, then Marty. So I want to try and stop there being any guards left. These conditions also will have gone away at the end of the turn. So the first thing I'm going to do is Fearsome Blade. And I'm going to do that on the elite, so it's 2 damage, plus 0, so it's just 1 damage to him, unfortunately. So he's on 5 damage now, out of his 9. The Mind Thief gets another XP. Should be on 3 now. And then I'm going to push him away 3 spaces because he would attack me. So 1, 2, 3. That way he's still adjacent to the Brute, who's going to be attacking hopefully, but he's away from me, so he's not going to attack me anymore. Then I'm going to do a ranged attack. I could do this on the elite as well, but with it being 1, let's see. If it might do no damage, but it would stun him. But I think I'm going to do it on the normal one, just in case the Brute is going to finish off the elite. So 1 damage, plus 1, that's 2 damage. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's unfortunate. It's got 1 health left. So there's 5 damage on the normal one now. But it is stunned. It is not going to get a turn. And we put the ice in the air now. And I get another XP, which is great in a way, but it's bad for my battle goal. I only want 7 during the entire scenario. I did a melee attack as well, so my augment says I should heal for 2. So I'm at my maximum of 6. Then it's the elite's turn. The bandit won't move. He will just attack the closest thing to him for -1 damage. That's 2. So 2 damage, -1, that's 1 damage. The Brute can take that no problem. He's on 9 now. And this guy's stunned. So he's no longer stunned, but he didn't get a turn. Let's see what Marty's going to do. So he is going to attack that elite for 3 damage. Plus 0, that's unfortunate. But he's got Pierce 2. So armor piercing, he can ignore that shield. So that is 3 straight damage. So he's got 1 health left, that elite. And then his other move is to move 3. I'm not sure if he wants to do that now. We were hoping to finish something off and then open this door. I think that still might be a good idea. So he's going to go 1, 2 onto the door. He may run back one in a second, but we'll see. So now we need to populate this room now that he's opened the door. So we have found a corridor with another door, 2 traps in front of it, 2 more guards and an elite archer. I think this was too early to be opening that room, but it's done now. So with the extra movement, he is going to move back 1 and grab this gold. So at least some small compensation, because I think he's about to get smacked around. He could, of course, move 2 extra with his boots of striding. Let's see what are the guards going to do. They're going to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they can get in range of the Mind Thief, if not the Brute. So I don't think he should move any extra. He should just take what's coming to him, I think. So now we've revealed these things. You reveal cards for every type of enemy. So we've just revealed an archer who will go at 44. So the guards that didn't get a chance to go will go still now. So the guard will go 1, 2, 3, because he'll just go for the closest guy, and attack for 1 damage. So just 1 on the Brute there. That's not too bad. And then this one will go 1, 2, 3, 4. Enemies will move through each other, no problem. Now we are both as close as each other, and I had the lower initiative. He'll attack me for 1 damage. -1, that's nothing. I'm happy with that. And then the archer has range 5 because he's elite. So he will move to try and get in range. His movement is 2, -1. So he will move 1 forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not in range of anything just yet. So that's the end of the round. We move these down 1 again. And we have a bit of a situation on our hands. I think it may be time to, try and find our big guns. I think I would like to try and muddle up some enemies. I'm going to go for these 2 cards with value 20 on them. And what's Marty got left? He could loot and move, ranged attack, maybe this sweeping blow. Not too powerful, but he could target multiple things with it. Okay, so mine is 20, Marty's is 64, and the enemy's 50, so in between us, and 31. So I'll be going first. I am first going to do this feedback loop. Now, this is a move 4, which is jump, so I can go through enemies and things which I normally wouldn't be able to. I can go over traps and obstacles and all sorts. If you end the movement in the same hex you started in, perform muddle and target all the enemies you moved through. So I think I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. End up back where I came, but those 2 are muddled. And remember when they were strengthened earlier, they would have had advantage. Well, with muddle, they will be disadvantaged, and when they attack, they draw 2 cards from their deck and choose the worst. So that's number 3 and number 1 are muddled. Then I'm going to use this card just for an attack 2. The attack does still have the heal on it, although I don't need that heal. I'm going to add poison to this attack, though. So I'm going to attack number 3, because he's next to me, for damage 2, -1, so just 1 damage, unfortunately. But he's poisoned as well, which means that when he takes damage, he will take an extra damage in the future now. So that should help the Brute. So range now is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think may be able to see the Brute. I think the rule is if any part of the hex can see any part of this hex, and it would be through a door. Could they see? I'm going to say that he can see. So 3 damage on this attack. Oh dear. 5 damage. He's definitely going to lose a card. He is going to lose this shield card, I think. It's a nice fast card. He's going to lose it though. That's gone from the scenario, but he doesn't take the damage from the archer. Then the guards will happen. So starting with the elite, it will move 1, 2 and attack the Mind Thief, unfortunately, for 3 damage. 3 damage. Number 1 will attack the Brute, but he is muddled, so he draws 2. Oh, that is fantastic. Wow. What are the odds of that? This is the perfect time to have disadvantage, for us to make the enemies have disadvantage. If this had just been his first card, he would have done double damage, which is 4 damage. But instead, we can choose the worst one, which is this one, which is nothing. And this is going to get shuffled at the end of the round now. Anytime you see this symbol, it means shuffle at the end of the round, which makes me think that I've already seen that symbol and I should have shuffled the guards a long time ago. I'll do that at the end of this round. So guard number 1 doesn't do damage. Guard number 3 will do... Oh, he'll hit the Mind Thief as well for 2 -1 damage. So 1 more damage, the Mind Thief's in trouble. And then number 4 can move 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Can't actually get at anybody, because it can move through people, but it can't end on the hex that they're in. So where was it? Was it there? 1, 2, 3. I think it can get there and hit the Mind Thief, unfortunately. For another damage, the Mind Thief is very, very, very poorly. Okay, it's finally time for the Brute. Does he want to move? He can't make this shape any better, I don't think. If he was standing where the Mind Thief was, it would be perfect. But he can't stand there. Does he want to move away and try and hit the elite and stuff? Or he could just stay here and try and finish off the people that are right next to us. I think he'll do that. So attack 2 on the first bandit guard. That's the monsters thing. Attack 2, attack 3. So 3 damage to number 1 there. Then to number 3, who is poisoned, it's 2, 3 damage. So that's 4 damage on there. He's got 5 damage on him now, which is a shame because he should have 6. They are not modelled anymore because they've finished their turn. But that's the state that they're all in. Okay then, it's the end of the round. There is no more ice. So now we've come to a decision point. The Brute has only 1 card left and cannot play a turn. He would have to take a long rest, which means he skips a turn to get all of his cards back. He can, though, take a short rest at the end of the round. He shuffles his cards and loses a random card. The advantage of the long rest is he would gain 2 health, he would get to choose the card he loses, and he would get to refresh, say, his boots if he'd used those. But he's just going to take a short rest, so let's see what he loses. He's going to lose Overwhelming Assault, which is crazy attack 6 spell. That's gone, but he has got all these cards now for this turn. Okay, so for me choosing, I only have the option of these 2 cards. I'm going to use the Stamina Potion, and I'm going to recover 2 of my discarded cards. So I'm going to recover these 2, and they're going to be the ones that I play as well. So my speed's going to be 27, quite quick. I need to shuffle the guard's deck as well then. And what's Marty going to do? He needs to keep attacking, really. He could go for that attack again, the Leaping Cleave. Maybe he's got an attack on the bottom of his cards as well. Yeah, just in case. Yeah, he's going to do these 2. Let's get some attacking done, because we haven't killed an enemy for a long time. The guards are going to go at number 70, and they're going to move and attack. The archer is going to go at number 68, so both quite slow. Okay then, the Mind Thief is going to go for an attack 1. Yeah, an attack 1 on the elite. He's doing an attack 1 because it's going to wound him. The elite has only got 1 health left. And wound means at the start of his turn he takes a damage. So whatever happens, he's going to kill the elite sooner or later. So 1 damage, double damage. So he does the damage anyway. Okay then, so the elite is gone now. Drops a money token. And that's 1 less thing to worry about. He heals himself for 2, that was a melee attack. And then he's going to attack the other one for 2 damage. Oh, he's got his blessing double damage. So that's 4 damage to number 4. He only had 1 health as well. Oh dear, what a shame. Okay, so he gets an XP for that, and he would push him away, but he is finished. So Marty's had quite a good turn. Well, that's me. I've had quite a good turn. And heal again, so almost back to full. That's a really, really nice thing, that augment. Then Marty with his Brute, he will attack both of them for 3 damage. So starting off, 6 damage on number 1. So that surely finishes him off. Yep, he's only got 6 health altogether. And then on number 3, he does... Oh, what is going on here? What a waste. One damage needed. He just did 6. But these guys are all done for. Okay. Now this will be a really nice time for a loot action. Maybe that'll be the next thing we do. So all the guards are done. We've got this pile of tokens here. The archer's still going to get to act. These blessings don't get shuffled back into our decks. They are just removed now. So there are no guards left to take a turn, but the archer will be first anyway. So attack +1, that is 4 damage. It's going to try and do to the Brute. 5 damage to the Brute. Oh, I think this may be lose a card situation again. Yeah, I think he's going to lose a card rather than take that damage. And then I need to shuffle the archer's deck. And it's time for a new round. So the Mind Thief only has 2 cards left. Would he like to rest at the end of that round? He's got an attack 4 with range 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If he moves, yeah, he can move and then attack the archer and do some serious damage to the archer. He does lose that card, but I think it's worth it. I think he's just going to stick with those and maybe we can long rest afterwards. Or he could summon the rat swarm because we're going to have to go onto a trap here. And that does 3 damage. We're on scenario level 1. So it would be nice for the rat swarm to take that instead of us. Yeah, I think we need to go up. I think we need to do the ranged attack because I don't think the brute's very ranged. So I'm going to do those, speed 11. I think Marty's just going to lumber forward. So there's not a lot he can do. Yeah, so he's speed 18. The archer is 29. So we are both before the archer. So the Mind Thief is going to move. It would have been so nice to loot all of this stuff in one go. Winning is more important. Okay, he's going to move 3 there. He could move 4. He'll just move the 4. Maybe he'll get attacked, maybe he won't. He is going to attack the archer with this attack 4 from range 5, which is fine. He's definitely within range. I think I'm going to make a little edit to the brute's thing because he can reach the archer, so he should do an attack really. So he'll have an even better speed. Means he should even go first. Yeah, so his speed will be 10, so he'll actually go first. He's going to use this to move 2. 1, 2. And then he's going to use his boots to move 2 more. 3, 4. It would be best if he used his 10 for that. He's going to use his 10 for that because he's got a push ability here. So he is now going to attack the archer for 3 and then push it. So 3, 6 damage. Boom. That's 6 out of 7. He's an elite, isn't he? 7. He is going to do some nasty stuff. But he's dead. He's going to be dead. Because he now gets pushed into this trap. 1, 2 spaces. We can decide how we're pushing him as long as he ends up further away from us. That's 3 damage for going through a trap. That is a finished archer. Wow. I swear there's only 1 double damage in this deck. So those cards are done with. And I am left not really doing that much for my turn. But I can, it would be fantastic. I've got cards in here. Like, what's a good one? I've got loot 2 somewhere, I think. Or maybe that was, yeah, there we go, loot 2. Like, I could get all of this in one go. I haven't got those cards though. And I can't stay too far behind. I could summon my rat swarm, ready to do stuff in the future. Or I could just move 4 and get ready to open this door. That's what I'll do. I'll move 4 and do nothing. So 1, 2, 3, 4. At least we're heading towards something, and I am going to need to rest. So that's the end of the round. There's no enemies to speak of. I think we're both going to take a bit of a breather. We've got no cards in our hands. Now I can bring this back. Then it's in my hand and not wasted. Yeah, I'll bring it back. So all my cards come back. I'm taking a long rest this turn. We're both doing it. Lose a discard and recover the rest. Heal 2. So I have to decide a card from here that I want to lose. I think I'm going to lose the Scurry, unfortunately. Don't want to lose anything, but you have to do something. So I am ready for the next round now. Is the brute long resting? He's going to move 2 and then nothing else. And then he's going to long rest in the next round. It doesn't matter the order because there's no enemies. So new round. Marty is going to long rest this turn. Which means I need to open the door. Which means I need 4 movement. Now I have got a card with 4 movement on it. I just used it. There we go. We'll use the rat swarm thing. It does put me just on that hex though. I could use my big ranged attack to try and take somebody out. Or maybe the brute should just go for a short rest. Lose a random card again. Rather than taking a whole turn up. I think he's going to have to. So he's losing his provoking roar, so he's not going to be able to disarm or redirect attacks anymore. But at least he's going to do something this turn. Because we can't just have the Mind Thief going in alone. So he's going to move 4, and then let's have this ranged attack. I don't know who we're going to use it on, but let's just have it ready. Okay, the brute, what does he want to do? He can move 3 and jump. He can move and push enemies. He can move 4 and attack all enemies he moves through. He's just going to move 3 and jump. So he's 27. I'm 11. So I'm going to go first, and I'm moving 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and opening this door. So this is what awaits us in the final room. We have 2 living bones and 2 bandit archers. So we reveal cards for those. The living bones are going to go at 12, and the archers at 32. So the living bones are going to go right after me, which is really bad. I should have gone invisible. Okay, I'm going to attack then. I'll attack one of the living bones with this. So what are living bones? They are standard, so they have 5 damage, 1 shield. They will target 2 people with their attacks. Actually, the living bones are only going to do 1 damage. The archers, on the other hand, are going to do 2 damage. Actually, 2 damage plus 1 this turn. The living bones aren't even going to attack. The living bones aren't going to move or anything. And they're going to get extra shields. They don't have them yet. Well, let's attack an archer with this. I'm in range, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no line of sight between enemies or anything. So let's attack archer number 6 with this. 4 damage. Minus 2. Oh, no. So that's 2 damage to archer number 6, I think we said. But he is disarmed. So he's not going to get to attack this turn. And I get 2 XP, but that is lost. That simply means when you do the super cool mega attack, you lose it. And I've got 7 XP, so if I want my perks, I don't want to earn any XP this scenario now. Because I long rested, by the way, I get my poison dagger back. Okay, next it's the living bones, who are going to stand there, shield themselves and heal themselves. Good move. Then the then it is the brute. He is going to move 3. Let's see, he's going to move 3. 1, 2, 3. I was seeing if he could jump over the table, but he can't. And he puts wind in the air. And then he's going to attack for 3. He might as well, because if he attacks the living bones with just a standard 2 melee attack, then he's not going to get anywhere, is he? He would get disadvantage if he tried to use this attack on the skeletons because they are next to him and it's a ranged attack. So he will try and attack the archer that I didn't hit. He will attack archer number 4 with 3 damage. 4 damage, that's quite nice. They only have 5 health, so that's quite a nice attack there. 1 XP for Marty, for neglecting Marty's XP, I think. And they are discarded. Then we have the archers, who don't need to move. They're within 1, 2, 3, 4 range of me. Actually, only 3 range. 1, 2, 3. Yep, still 3 range. And they are going to attack for 3 each. So let's see. Archer number 1 is going to attack me for 3... Well, he's going to attack Marty for 3 damage. Marty's down to 5 now. And then 2 damage. He has got 3 health left. I think his heal card's coming out next turn. And the skeletons haven't even done anything yet. That first one shouldn't have gone. So the second one he shouldn't have taken damage from, really. So the 2 damage he just took, he's on 5 health. He should only have taken 1 because 1 was disarmed. That's gone now. Next time they're going to be able to attack. So the air is waning, and let's see what I can do. So to get in melee range of these skeletons, I'm going to have to jump over a table. Have I got a jump move? Oh, this is a jump move. It wouldn't muddle anybody, but it would get me over the table. I think I'm going to go very slowly, unfortunately, and try and get my augment out and move 4 so I can actually hit something. Yep. And then Marty is going to get a shield ready and attack one of these skeletons with armor piercing. Let's see what happens. So, living bones are shuffled. We've got move +1, attack -1. Archers are going to attack -1, but they can target 2 people if they can. So 25 is first. The living bones are going to both attack the brute for -1. That's 0 damage. So 0. Oh, that's Marty's deck. Should know that's coming. I'll shuffle that. Okay, the skeletons this time. So -1 damage and 0 damage. So that's actually very nice. 25, then it's Marty. So he is going to put out his warding strength. On the next 6 sources of damage, he gets shield number 1. And I don't have the tokens to hand. I will just use this summoning token. We move it up every time he takes some damage. Then he's going to attack skeleton number 3, let's say, with 3 damage. Nothing extra, so 3 damage, pierces through his armour. And the max HP of the Living Bones is 5. That was number 3. Okay, and now it's time for the Archer. It's not moving, so its range is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't attack both of us, so it's just going to attack the Brute for 1 damage a time. So the first Archer does 1 damage, second does none damage. So the Brute's on 4 health, and he's got cards to lose. It's looking okay. Now it's time for the Mind Thief. He is going to move 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, jumping over tables and all sorts. He doesn't end the movement in the hex he started in, so he doesn't muddle anything. But then he is going to attack the Archer. Yeah, so this is going to go up as an augment. He unfortunately gets XP, so I've ruined that for him. He does 3 attack. Plus 0. That's just 3. He should have done it to the other one. Should have gone around the other side. So that's... Oh, actually, the Archer's only got 5 health. They're not elite. So that Archer's finished for. Finished for? Okay. And that's all of my things. So, next round. Marty only has 2 cards. So you better believe he's going to play him. Yeah, he'll probably do that. Can he only hit 1 person, though, with that where he is? He can put... Oh, he can't push and do that. He can get Retaliate. Maybe his Retaliate would be better. Because then it would hit both of them, assuming they're going to hit him. Yeah, he'll just do that. He's got speed 18. I think I would like to do some forcing enemies to attack each other. 27 is my attack. Well, my initiative. Let's see, 68 on the Archers. 64 on the Living Bones, so we are going first, absolutely. Marty, let's see, he could just move 3, push someone out of the way, or he can just attack one of them, because it's these sides that he can attack on. So he can attack one of them for 2 and then heal himself for 2. Maybe that would be better. Yeah. He'll attack, which one? He'll attack number 3 because it's already got damage for 2 damage, so 1 with its shield. So what's it got now? It's got 4 of its 5 damage, and then he's going to heal himself for 2. So he's back to 6. He puts that in the air. I don't think that should be there anymore. Not that we haven't got anything that uses elements, so it's not really a worry. Then it's time for the Mind Thief. He is going to force this Archer, who has 2 damage, to attack another enemy. So the Archer is within range 5. He is going to force that Archer to attack the wounded skeleton with me controlling the action. So I assume it's my deck that we use. So 3 plus 1, that's 4 damage. What, 3? It's 2. It's 2 plus 1, so 3 damage. But still, it does the 1 damage we need. The Living Bones is gone. I confuse myself with every word that I say. And so that is done. In a way, that's bad, though. Because I forgot that my other card was a melee attack. So we're not doing anything with that, are we? Okay, then. The Archer... Oh, both of them get to attack. So the Living Bones will stay next to the guard and do 2 damage, 3 damage, down to 3 health. Uh-oh, wait, he's got a shield. He should have taken 1 less damage, and he's on his way to getting some XP. The Archer... Yeah, it would definitely have been a better move for him to retaliate, I think. So although that skeleton may still be alive, he would have been there and the Archer would have had disadvantage. It's too late for that now. So the Archer has 3 damage on the Mind Thief, actually. The closest one is the Mind Thief. So 3 damage, back down to 3 health. And that's that round. So the Brute is going to have to do a rest. I think he's going to do a short rest yet again, although he hasn't got much health. So the Brute has lost his spare dagger in his short rest, which is a shame because it's an attack on the top or the bottom. And he's only got 4 cards left, so the number of turns left in his game is reducing rapidly. Okay, what shall I play? It would be nice to move and loot that treasure chest, because I want to know what's in it. It would be equally nice, though, to go and do something effective. Let's see. I think that I think that the brute can handle it. I'm going to go over and grab that treasure chest quite quickly. Marty is going to heal and do a piercing attack on that living bones. Okay, so we are at 18 and 14. Okay, archers will go at 29. And living bones are going to go at 12. That's annoying. Okay, so the living bones are going first. So it's not annoying at all. They've got 2 shields, but I've got a piercing attack, and he can't heal himself from full. So, first of all, it's me. I am going to toddle off just 1 space, and then use this loot 1. So within range 1, everything gets looted. And you're supposed to find out now, but I'll say what this is in the, the spoiler epilogue. So I've got some more cash there, and a treasure chest. And we have put Knight to the fore. Then it's Marty's turn. He is just going to heal 2. He's on 6 health now. And then he's going to attack the living bones for 3. We can ignore his shields because he's got pierce 2. So 3 plus 0, just 3 damage. And he's got 5 in total. Then the archer will move nothing. Who will he attack? He'll attack the Mind Thief for 1 damage and immobilize him. So 1 damage plus 1, that's 2 damage, and he's immobilized. It's not looking great, is it? Okay, that's the end of the round. So the Mind Thief needs to long or short rest. I think short rest. He's going to do a short rest, and he has lost the ability to loot and go invisible, which is a shame. He would like to go invisible. He'd like to run in for an attack and then go invisible. Marty has the choice made up for him. So he's going to be moving and attacking. Let's see, what should I do? So I could make them attack again. I could make him attack the living bones. Oh, I'm immobilized. I should remember that from the archer's attack. I'm immobilized. I cannot use move actions this turn. So a stunning attack, a stunning ranged attack, or I could make them do an attack. Have I got any other ranged things? I could make my rat swarm appear. I think that's the best that I can do when I can't move. So I could stun the rat. I could stun the archer, since he's going to be attacking me, and I'm very fast at doing that. So let's do that. Okay then. So I'm 8. Marty is 54. Living Bones is 81, and the archer should be shuffled. Is number 14. And he's going to put a trap down. Okay, so it's me first. Oh, he's not going to put a trap down there because he's getting stunned. Attack 1 on that archer. So it's just 1 damage. That archer's actually got 4 damage on it. What? Why haven't I been doing this before? He's not stunned. He is dead. Okay, and then I'm summoning a rat swarm. These are the summon tokens that represent, the things that you have made. The rat swarm can go anywhere adjacent to me, and it doesn't take a turn this turn. But when it does take a turn, it can move 1, it can attack for 2, it can't do any ranged attack. It's got 6 health, and it does poison. I also get 2 XP. So I am on a nice shiny 10 XP, which means I am absolutely terrible at my battle goal. Okay, that stays out because we have a rat swarm going on. Then the living bones are going to attack Marty for 2 damage. He's got a shield, so now he gets an XP because he's left that space. And he takes 1 damage. Okay, new round. Marty is going to have to short rest, and he's lost his piercing attack, which is a shame versus these skeletons. He has 3 cards left, so that's 2 turns, right? And I really just want to get in there. Let's run in and do an attack 2, and then we could do another attack. So I could poison him and then do another attack. +1 for each negative condition. Yeah, that would have been a nice one to still have, but unfortunately that's gone away. Yeah, I'm going to do those. 27 for me. Marty might as well do his more powerful attack and heal himself. So he's on 18. The living bones, the only guy left, 74. He's going very slowly. So it's Marty first. He's going to heal himself for 2. Then he's going to attack that living bones for 3. Minus his shield, that's 2. But that is enough to finish him off, actually. He's on a load of damage. We didn't get to see the majesty of the rat swarm because we have killed all enemies. That's the objective of the scenario. We are done. That is Gloomhaven. If you don't mind spoilers and you would like to see the aftermath, the story conclusion of what happens in this scenario and what was in this treasure chest, then you can click and see the outro video. If you'd like to know what I think of Gloomhaven, I'll try to be spoiler-free, then there'll be a link for that as well. Links everywhere. But thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you for the next video. Bye, everyone.